run energy into this spot. Now, this looks pretty good. Can you get a shot of this? Great. So you would be running energy into that. Now let me show you what not to do. I'll demonstrate wrong. Okay, why don't you stand back a little bit? Yeah. This would be a bad position because I'm uncomfortable. I've seen people do this a lot. This would be bad. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm squeezing your tendonitis. Okay. But using pressure, that would be a bad thing to do too. What was the third one? Oh, yes. So the other thing that the practitioner This gives you a wonderful experience of running energy and wonderful experience of receiving the energy from different people, the different qualities of energy. So, you'll give each other a 15-minute session, receive one, give it to someone else, and receive one. And so why don't you stop the tape and do that, and we'll come back again when you turn the tape on. Now, when you're working on somebody, say you were working on somebody's sinuses, right in this area here, and you're holding their sinuses, and you decided to do the fire breath. What's wrong with this picture? You'd probably want to turn your head. Like that. So be aware that when you're giving a session to each other, you don't want to breathe in their face, okay? Be aware. I've had people working on me, first day students, where I forgot to mention this, and they'd be running energy into my neck, and I'd feel my hair going. So be aware of this, and especially if you've eaten a lot of garlic or such. So you've had your practice sessions. This is great. What I'd like to do is have you, we're going to take a few of your stories from the practice sessions you've just received, and I'd like to hear what happened to them, and then we'll have people who have been practicing at home. You can tell each other what's happened, but first I just want to tell you a couple points that I would have liked to have covered earlier. One is that when you're doing the fire breath, you don't have to worry about trying to do a full body sweep on the inhalation, you don't have to worry about anything. Just do the breathing. That's enough for there. Then focus on body sensation again and keep the breathing going. That works really well. Another point that I like to always mention, but I skipped it, was that you don't want to try to run energy through leather. Leather seems to drink up the life force energy like a sponge. It's as if you're trying to bring the leather back to life. It just doesn't get very far. I tried running energy into my belt. Just never quite came back. Now, it's okay to wear leather if you're not opposed to it philosophically, because it doesn't affect your own life force energy. But when somebody's trying to run energy into your foot, you got to take those shoes off. Into your back where the leather belt is, you want them to take the leather off, because the leather will absorb that life force energy. So, I'd like you to be concise, and let's hear some stories. Who had something shift and had some dramatic kind of healing going on during the session? Let's see. Who'd like to begin? Okay. Let's pass him the mic.
I had some pain in my hip, and it definitely shifted up my back. And then I had some pain up in my forehead, which slowly worked its way down to my shoulders, and then seemed to just dissipate from there. Both of them kind of met in my back and then just kind of disappeared.
And what about that pain in your hand?
The pain in the hand, I cut my finger about 3 weeks ago. It's been quite sore and works quite well right now.
How about that? Not too shabby, huh?
No, not too bad
Okay.
at all.
Who's next? Okay. Let's just pass the microphone around. Okay, you are. Great. Let's pass the mic over there. Yeah.
For the past couple of days, I have TMJ, and my jaw's just been out of line. It's been popping when I chew, so it's been causing a lot of headaches. And when I had energy running through me, I just felt it kind of like move through my head, and then they were focusing on my head area, and it just kind of like dissipated, and like now it's not popping, which is a really good feeling.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you. That's great. And who's next? Yes.
I was experiencing a slight headache. I'm assuming that it was sinus from the rain and what have you that we're experiencing. And when Kaya was working on me, that cleared. And then she just intuitively started going to other places in my body. And when she got to my right thigh, I explained to her that I've had sciatica. And so she concentrated in that area, and I feel less numbness and more relief from that discomfort.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
How quickly and fast this stuff works. What else? Who else experienced some healing? Okay, we got you up here.
Yeah, when I came in, I had pain pretty sharp all throughout my arm, and then it on and off during the session it would increase and go down, and then it concentrated to one spot and dulled quite a bit.
That's great. This is the tendonitis you had said.
Yeah.
So the tendonitis went down. Now this is quite common, that sometimes pain will
It's chronic. So as they put their hands in different places, I could feel it moving from the shoulder, for example, into my arm, which I'm not usually aware of, and then back up into the shoulder. And then at one point, it felt as if there was an opening and a lot of tingling, lightheaded, not lightheaded like I was dizzy, but a tingling in my right side of my head, like there was something, it felt opening here.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So it's all looser now. It's just feeling better.
Wow, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Those people watching this video at home, what I'd like you to do is go around the room and have everybody, every single person, share their stories about what's happened. You'll be absolutely amazed to find out that everybody's experienced something quite interesting and valuable. So go around the room, share all the stories, and when you're done, turn turn the TV back on, the VCR, and we'll have some questions and answers that you may have been thinking yourself.